What's up, everybody? We got drama. We got to cover it. We must cover it. And we're going to cover it because it also impacts me to an extent. And we're going to cover it because it's, generally speaking, just something that is unacceptable. And it should have never come to this if the people involved in that drama simply listened when we warned them about what is going to happen, considering the fact that the expected result of what occurred was exactly what we said that will happen. So just to put you guys a little bit on game, this is a very big issue right now. Turtle WoW released Karazhan 40, which is a raid, entirely custom content scripted. It's hard. I wasn't a part of it because I'm dealing with real life health issues right now. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine. And fact of the matter is, my guild went in there and it was really, really hard, and tons of other guilds, and it was a very funny race up until one guild, which we knew about, is simply, and everybody knew that this was going to happen eventually, they're just going to skyrocket above everybody else and just finish the raid. And of course, we're going to talk about Hard Knock Society. That is the guild. First and foremost, I know half of the people in HKs, and I can tell them I like half of them. I'm friends with some of them, and I genuinely like the guys. But unfortunately, they have people from Turtle WoW on their roster and in the ranks of the guild, which immediately, springing into half of the sentient people on planet Earth, it's going to be like, oh, conflict of interest. Precisely. That's literally what today's drama is all about, the conflict of interest, because they did get the first kill. We have over here this Discord basically saying, HKs, they got the first kill, and here it is. Cool guys. I know, as I said, I know half of them. They're very cool people, and I like them. I genuinely like them. And yeah, just with that said, the guys just went through and killed it. The mount dropped, and nerf me, please, got it. Cool. Right. Here's where the drama comes in. Obviously, they do have people from the Turtle WoW team on their rosters and ranks in the guild, which creates this conflict of interest. But this is not exclusively to HKs. There are other guilds who participated into this entire, race to world first or round first, whichever you would like to call it. And of course, they didn't get the kill. But even if they would get the kill or didn't get the kill, it's still very sketchy for that to happen. Let me give you a little bit of a thing. We're going to go into the receipts over here happening right now. And let me just zoom this a little bit because we're going to need it in just like this, and right, we're gonna have it like this. So I've worked with AAA companies, and I can tell you for sure why they avoid the conflict of interest as if it is simply the bane on planet Earth. This is simply because when you have people that work for the company and they get an up, it doesn't matter what type of a race you have, it always looks very, very bad. It's poor taste, and fact of the matter, it shows that you do not care for people to fill in the spots, your players. You care about you going there, which is it's egotistical, it's megalomaniacal, it is so many things. We could just keep on describing them. So, as I said, I work for AAA companies, and I used to be a partner with a company called Pearl Abyss that developed one of the biggest MMORPGs out there. And they released this very big mode. It was called Arena of Solaire, which is basically a 3v3 types of arena. And pretty much the leader of the community managers, people who are directly employed by Pearl Abyss, got into the top 100 of the entire list, and they told him to stop playing, and he said that he will stop playing. Reason for that is because you do not wish to occupy the highest numbers, like in terms of performance, in terms of skill, when you are an employee of a company, because this is known as a conflict of interest. You could have had anything from, you could have been just simply a good guy, all the way to the extremity of you actually cheated. This is the conflict of interest argument, and it is one of the most highly admissible cases that simply always go through. You can never prove that you are not conflicted. You can never simply prove it. The same thing happens with HKs. If you think that that's not too much of a big issue, I'll kindly remind you that this is going to pretty much mean that if you're going to have people in guilds that are part of creating this project, and you think that that's okay for these guys to get consistently the first places, then dude, like I don't know what to tell you. It's not okay. It doesn't look okay. So I'll hint to something in particular that happened in my country from back in the day. In my country, we had Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and one person actually won it. And cool for them, he actually won fair and square, but they didn't give him the reward. The reason for that is because he had an estranged cousin working in that TV program on another separate project to buildings up onto the right. Something along these lines. They didn't give it to him because that would pretty much mean conflict of interest. What I'm trying to say here is that we told them, we told HKs, we told every single person, we told Turtle WoW that it's not going to look good if they win. And everybody right now is simply fuming. They're flaming them. Of course they would flame them because we told you guys. And I'm not flaming them. I'm not a part of this conversation. I haven't even said a word about it up until now. Fact of the matter is, you got warned. It doesn't look good. And you ignored the warnings, and now you're getting flamed, and now everybody has to go in an explanation mode about it, and all of this could have been simply ignored if you got rid of your devs, man, and the people who work for Turtle WoW from your roster. It's really freaking sketchy, guys. And as I said, I have nothing against HKs. Fact, they are great players. Is it sketchy that they became super good super fast? It is, but they could have just gotten new players. Is it sketchy that they got first on the realm? Very far ahead, and they got really good at it very fast. They could be gurus, but you have a conflict of interest and you cannot prove against it. It's super admissible. Let's read into what people say, because it matters. It really matters. I'm not just projecting over it. I'm interested to know what people say and what they have as ideas around this. HKs have gotten the speedrun records for every raid in Turtle WoW quite consistently. They really don't need to cheat to be there. Not true. Unfortunately, HKs have only recently gotten this in terms of how long the longevity of Turtle WoW is. Having played in HKs for a bit back last year, I'm not surprised at all that they cleared first. Lots of good players in Turtle WoW standards and well-organized raid leadership. Agreed. Really, they are factually very, very good players. I don't think there are any GMs in HKs actually, though. I don't think GMs are meant to say that they're GMs outside of gym accounts. Something like this, but they do have actually an individual who is a class designer. I think they have a 3D modeler, and I don't know who the third guy is. As far as I'm aware, there is a third guy who's kind of keeping onto the low. HKs literally hasn't... Okay, never mind. This is irrelevant. Oh, no, we're a dev guild, but it's okay because HKs have 3 devs. If they have less to do with server stuff than our dev. It's so funny that a Mortality player is complaining about HKs being a quote-unquote dev guild when they raid with acolytes. True. Here's the thing. I'm from Tab C. Tab C has no developers in our roster. We're pretty much top 3 guilds. We're always... here's the thing. Mortality, Tab C, and HKs have always been onto the battle of the first 3 spots. It's always us 3 and we're just switching places consistently, just to give you a good idea. All right, and now we go into pretty much Shang, who I have no idea, design and narrative team lead, who went in a full-blown explanation mode about this, because we told them that it's going to look bad. They ignored them, and now they have to explain themselves. This could have been so easily mitigated. So easily mitigated if you just simply said, everybody that is affiliated with Turtle WoW is not allowed to raid competitively, because it will simply look bad for us. And they didn't care about it. They was like, okay, we're just going to go through, and that's about it. So... I like the devs, with a few exceptions. Everybody likes some, hates some. It's kind of just, my issue is just conflict onto just the ideological side of things when it comes to how to create a freaking game. I think that half of them are not really devs. They're just players pretending to be devs, like some sort of weird cosplaying. But fact of the matter is that they do good, and it's me being pedantic about it, right? Which is fine. That's an L on mine. We fixed stuff for every guild, doing world first kills on each bosses, not just HKs. Congratulations to HKs, giving themselves a medal. It's not like HKs was light years ahead. You could make an argument that they were, because those progression fights take very specific bits of knowledge to get, which takes an extraordinary amount of times to actually receive. So they were ahead quite a bit. And you just need to know competitive rating to understand that they were indeed ahead quite a bit. In the terms of understanding the fights, they were far too ahead to all of the rest of the guild's taste. HKs with the world first Car 40 clear. When will TA follow? 3 months. Are we getting a side of a loon tonight from HKs? HKs finish it. HKs killed him right now. Great stuff. So, as I said, just to repeat myself, I have nothing against HKs. I have against the fact that they didn't really want to handle the fact that everybody told them this was going to happen. I do not appreciate Turtle WoW for having no policy against this when we told them that this was going to happen. Everybody knew that HKs was going to kill it faster than anybody. Everybody knew about it. We told them that we knew about it. Hell, the people, the devs whom we know are in that guild, I just don't want to name them because I'm not interested in you guys witch hunting. When we tell you this and you ignore it and then you have to go in explanation mode, it's weird, it's silly. When you create games, you have to take the big fall and not attend those races because it is simply a conflict of interest. All right, see you guys, and yeah, just be kind to the HK guys. It's weird. We don't like it. Nobody likes it. Probably they don't like it. It's drama. We told them about it. It's gonna happen. It happened, and there we go. They just didn't want to listen. Both Turtle WoW and HKs. See ya. Bye bye.